This outbreak has confirmed one thing: China cannot be trusted. Not with giving information about the Wuhan virus and not with giving medical supplies to fight it. What started with a few complaints has now become a global refrain. China is selling faulty kits and substandard supplies. They did the same with India. After much outrage, India has decided to not use Chinese testing kits. India has also cancelled orders to 2 Chinese companies. The government says it had not paid for the kits yet, so no money has been lost. Last week, the central agency, the ICMR, had asked states to stop using these kits. India had bought them to study the trend, but they were unusable. 2 states, Rajasthan and West Bengal, complained. The testing kits had only 5.4% accuracy. All others were faulty. The expected rate of accuracy was 90%, but what they got was more than 94% of the results being wrong. Faulty. That's how bad the testing kits were. So India has decided to ditch the Chinese kits. Better late than never, we say. Not many countries had such a lucky escape, though. They paid for the Chinese kits and they were cheated. Not once, but twice. There's a popular saying that applies here: fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Spain received faulty supplies from China not once, but twice. And now they want their money back. Last month, Spain had got Chinese testing kits. They did not work. Spain is one of the worst affected countries in the world. A lack of testing kits impairs their fight against the virus. In the month of March, the Spanish Prime Minister issued a word of assurance. The faulty kits will be replaced, he said.
Regarding the tests, the same thing happens. We follow a system to guarantee for everything that we buy. It is called the Carlos III institution. The fast tests comply with the regulations and requirements needed to guarantee that the tests are effective. In this particular case, they have been returned to the provider and a different test with guarantees is going to be supplied.
The tests were replaced, but the new ones did not work either. Spain had paid for 640,000 testing kits, 640,000. Out of these, 58,000 did not work, even after they were replaced. So Spain has decided to cancel the entire order, and it wants the Chinese company to pay up. And refund, by the way, is just one part of the campaign to make China pay. The second is reparations. Countries, leaders, organizations, they all want China to foot the bill for this pandemic. There is now a deluge of legal claims against China. The latest one comes from Italy. 2 new lawsuits have been filed there. The first one comes from an NGO called On Europe. Their lawyers are evaluating how China can be made to pay for the damages due to the outbreak and for what it has cost the economy. The NGO claims that fewer people would have died had China been transparent. We agree. The other lawsuit is a bit far-fetched, but this too has been filed. A ski resort in Italy has presented a subpoena to a local court, which is basically a summons. The Della Post Hotel in the Dolomites is seeking compensation from China's health ministry. They were fully booked before the outbreak, but due to this pandemic, they had to dismiss their staff and cancel their contract. The lawsuit will most likely achieve nothing technically, but in terms of building pressure and making China see how much anger it faces, every case counts.